Supposed to drop it onto the zombies. But I completely missed them. Let's try these guys. Come on. Come on. Yeah, like that. And while we're here, I really can't make much sense of these buildings. Like, what are these? That looks like it's residential. But right next to it is this thing. And then on the other side it's a similar shape except it's corrugated iron. I can't really tell what's going on in terms of the architecture. Anyway, we're meant to come up here. And there's loot in there. Although I don't really remember how to get in there, except just jump. Yep. So there's this thing. What could that be? I guess it's something to do with the mining. Whatever you dig out of the ground you transport here and then you dump it in there and it gets moved that way. Although, no, there's not really anything here. I think it's just bits and pieces of architecture that's been assembled into this game level without too much thought put into actually making it into something functional.
Better and better. I am Father Grigori. You have already met my congregation.
Well, I'm glad you are enjoying yourself, Father Gregory. So the road comes down here, the building is over the road. There are cars in this town, although as you can see, you're not even going to fit two cars side by side, so traffic might be a problem. I mean, towns and cities designed before there were cars, of course, would assume that most people would be walking, and so they're usually a lot more compact, a lot smaller, so you can actually, you know, get to places where you need to go on foot. Whereas once there are cars, cities become more and more spread out because people just drive everywhere. Until you get to the stage now where in a lot of, you know, new suburbs, you can't walk anywhere, it's just not possible. The distances are so far, you have to drive. So this corridor leads nowhere.
Woe betide thee, child. It is you, brother. I apologize. But no harm done. My bullets are the least of your concerns.
think he'll attack them for you, which is convenient.
Balm for your affliction, child.
Although this, yeah, that's good. So as you can see, there's quite a few of them down there. But let's not worry about them for now. And instead, smokestacks, that lift thing, a dead-end street. Okay. Dead-end street. I think that's like a water tower. See over there. That building is from a completely different era. You see the wide windows and the large, you know, glazed areas, and the square shape as opposed to, you know, these gables and things. So, you know, this building we're standing on now, this is obviously the oldest with the brick. That's slightly newer. That's slightly newer again, and then that's the newest over there in terms of architectural styles. In fact, that doesn't really fit into Ravenholm at all. You know, I've been talking about this old town, or old mining town from before automobiles, so that doesn't fit in at all. That's at least 2 decades later. Probably 3 decades after everything else that's in Ravenholm. It's like the 60s or the 70s, I would think. Pwned. There's that guy still. And I'm almost out of ammo. I really should be using the gravity gun more. I mean, that's why they gave it to you in the previous area. Where'd he go? There it is. And there was one more guy over there. Is he still there? Oh, he is. Strange. Anyway, it's interesting that we're moving into this more... A mattress? Really? You're gonna sleep here? Crazy. Anyway, we're moving into this industrial place. Remember, as we were coming into Ravenholm, it looked like houses. You know, it looked like a village. It looked residential, and I was talking about how, you know, horror is more effective if it's a familiar setting. But the thing about that setting is that, you know, with houses and things like that, it's actually very difficult to design computer game levels, because if you imagine a suburb with freestanding residential houses and then front yards and backyards and streets and everything, it's all very open, it's all very, you know, there's no linearity to the space. Whereas as you remember, everything in Half-Life so far is very linear, especially with in the sewers and in the river. You know, there's one path where you have to go, and it's very difficult to do that in the suburbs because you know that's not how the
Although they call me crazy, I care not, for thou art my helper, my strength, and my savior.
that's not how the spaces are configured in the suburbs. And also, you know, we see how you know we climb up and down a lot. Obviously, you can't do that if you're in the suburbs where everything's just 1 or 2 stories tall.